Good morning, besties. My name is Teresa. I am the owner of a small business called Seasons Best by Risa. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. Hello, beautiful people. Y'all, I feel like I haven't done a sit-down video in a while, and that's precisely because I haven't done a sit-down video in a while. Like a few months back, I decided to take a break from doing sit-down videos because I was doing 2 videos a week, and it just became to be too much. But today I'll be doing another sit-down video. So one of my subscribers, she asked me to make a video showing you guys how I make my die cut stickers. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna try to get it done really quickly for you guys and walk you guys through how I do or how I make my stickers. So before we get started, I do want to put a huge disclaimer before the video, because I want to let you guys know your girl is not a professional. I'm not a professional sticker maker. I literally learned how to make stickers, I want to say a month and a half ago. And that is after me like not being able to make them for like I think 5 months. So I am not a professional. Other things that you guys are gonna see that I do in this video, these are things that are unique to me that I have to do because of my machine, or that's just the process that I figured out. So I am by no means telling you guys that this is the way how you should make your stickers. This is just how I make mine. And if you're having trouble making them, you might try my way or my method and see if that works for you. But again, not a professional, not telling you how to make your stickers. And I am definitely open to constructive criticism. If you guys see that I'm doing something wrong, or if you guys see where I could be doing something better, just let me know. So alright, you guys, I have everything over here set up already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what I do on my computer first with the design, and then once everything is printed out and cut out, once everything is printed out, I'll show you guys the cutting process. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, besties, so right now I am in my Loklik studio. My cutting machine that I use is a Loklik. So if you guys use like a Cricut or a Silhouette, the way how your dashboard looks is going to be different from mine. But if you guys do use a Loklik and you want to know how to make your stickers, this video might be a little bit more helpful to you. So first things first, I open up my Loklik studio, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to import. So when your Loklik studio opens up, it's going to open up on like a blank canvas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead over here to import. So here you have it. This is what the design looks like. It's just a band-aid and it says Jesus Heals, and I uploaded or imported the PNG version. So this is how it shows up, which looks great. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna do extract contours, and then I do single and then next. So hopefully you guys can see, but over here the design has like a blue border around it. So this would be like the space that's like the white section that's going to be around the sticker or around the design, like the white border. But as you guys can see, it's very small. It's not like a really big border at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do expand. And the only thing with this is you do have to do it a few times and wait for it to do its thing. And I do want it bigger, so we're going to keep going. Let me see if I want to do it one more time. Let's see. Yeah, I like how this looks. So you can see the border is a lot bigger now. So yeah. So now that I'm happy with this, I'm going to go ahead and do import. Now let me go out, let me zoom out a little bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this from standard cut to print and cut, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'll click on the design, and then I'm going to send this portion of it to the back, and there you have it. So this is how it's going to look with the design at the front and then the border at the back. So I'm going to make sure that I'm holding everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and size this down. Now this design might be a little bit harder to size because I don't know if you see all of the spacing right here. So it's telling you that it's 5.2 inches wide, but then it's like 5.9 inches long, which is not actually that long, but all of this blank space here is being counted, and that's really just how the person who made the design, they saved the PNG with like a lot of spacing on it. So that's why you have all this space. So just keep that in mind when you're sizing the design, that it says 5.9 inches in height, but that's just the spacing that's here on the design that we cannot see. So I'm going to go ahead and accurately size this down. I honestly don't know which size I want to do, so let me just play around with it and see how big I want it. And just so you guys can get an idea of how big your sticker is going to be, you could look at the mat. You see right here where it looks like it's starting at like 1.5 inches and then it's going down to 5.5 inches. So that will be around, what, 4 inches wide. So you can look at that and see if you want it to be that wide or if you don't want it to be that wide. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Okay, besties, so I do want to pause here really quickly because I want to give you guys a pointer if you guys do use a Loklik cutting machine. So a few months ago, if you guys remember, I was having a lot of issues with the cutting machine not cutting my stickers properly, and I figured out that I had to calibrate my machine. Now, I've also had messages from other people that have Lokliks that, you know, stickers just don't work for them. But what I found is, and it's very annoying, but what I found is I have to calibrate my machine every single time before I make a sticker. So what I like to do is I make a ton of stickers at a time so that I don't end up calibrating my machine every day. So if I know that I'm going to make some stickers today, I'll decide to like stock up on some of the rest because I'm going to have to calibrate my machine. And I don't know, it's just a little extra step that's kind of annoying, but that's what I've had to do in order to get my stickers to cut out correctly. So if you do have a Loklik machine, what you do is you go up here to help and you come down here to where it says machine calibration. Then you click on that. And then it's going to show you this little sheet of lines that your machine is going to cut on. And right here it says print. So I'm going to go ahead and do print right here. And then I'm going to print it out on my printer really quickly. I went ahead and printed out the piece of paper and it's going to say next. I click next right here and it pretty much shows you what to do. It's telling you to place the calibration chart on the cutting mat and cut. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And one thing I do want to point out that you do have to make sure that you have your USB card connected to your Loklik machine when you're doing calibration. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this, and there we go. This is the Loklik machine that my computer is connected to. And then when you've loaded your calibration chart, you're just going to go ahead and hit cut. So you guys might be able to hear my machine in the background cutting, but that is what it is doing. So as you can see, there's a progress bar right here telling you how much further it has to cut. So you're just going to wait for that to be completed. Okay, so now that is done. The machine cut out the lines, calibration lines. So we're going to go ahead and hit next. And right here, it's asking you to fill in your offset values. So that's going to be, you're going to fill in wherever the cuts that the machine made, whichever line that it overlaps the closest to, or it overlaps directly on that line, that's the line that you're going to fill in on the chart right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so here it says calibrated successfully, and I think I just skipped off of that screen, but I hope you guys saw it. It did say calibrated successfully. So now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to size my design, and then I will come back once the design is sized. Okay, besties, so I went ahead and I sized the design. So this is the sizing that I'm going to use. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send these designs, the design section over to my printer to be printed out. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a section right here that says layer. So I'm gonna go there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of the images. So I'm holding down control right now and I'm clicking on the images, and that's pretty much selecting them. And I'll go down, get all the images, and I think that's all of them. So then I'm going to go over here to print, and then there you have it. These are all the images that I just selected. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to print these out, and I have them. I have the sticker sheet on my printer right now, so it's going to be printed out once I hit print. Okay, besties, so this is how it looks. It's all printed out now. And right here I have my laminating sheet. I use the HPV Ron's laminated sheet to laminate my stickers. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but my stickers are all the way over here when there's so much more space over here. So the reason I do that is because I find that my Loklik, it cannot read the registration marks if the laminating sheet is too close to it. So I try to get it as close as possible over this side so that it's far away from the registration mark. So that's why mine looks like this. Now what I'm gonna do is I usually go ahead and I'll place the laminating sheet on top. And what I like about HTV Ron's laminating sheet, it has these lines on there, and I use the lines to mark where I need to cut the laminating sheet. So I'll do this side. Okay, I'll do it like this. Perfect. I go like this, come over more. And then I will go ahead and then I'll mark right here, because that's where I'm gonna cut, and then I'll just eyeball it and mark right here. So now that that's done, I'm gonna take my paper cutter and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just cut where I marked here. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna cut that off. So this one, maybe not this one, but this sheet right here, I could save it for another design if I want. I save a ton of them just in case. I don't want to waste them. So this sheet right here is what we're gonna use to laminate the stickers. Okay, so now that I have the laminating sheet sized properly, what I'm gonna do is, let's see if I can. You guys, I try to make it so the machine can read the registration marks as best as possible. So sometimes I'll go ahead and mark right here, and I'll cut off that section right here, just so that the laminating sheet is as far away from the registration marks as possible. And then I'll go ahead and cut that. Okay, so now that that's done, I can go ahead and I will laminate the stickers. So I do this by peeling back a really small portion of the laminate, and then I'll fold the backing back. Hope you guys can see this. And then I'll go ahead and line it up on the stickers. Let's see if I can go closer. Okay, so this looks like it will be good. Y'all, I gotta eyeball it as best as possible. And then I just use my little squeegee thing here to flatten it down just a little bit at the top. And then what I do is I turn it around and I will lift it up. And then I will use my squeegee and apply gentle pressure just like this. And as you guys can see, it is laminating it, so I just go slowly. I don't want to cause any bubbles. Alright, and there you have it. The stickers, I hope you guys can see. So the stickers are laminated, all of them are laminated, and yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this on my cutting mat, and I'm gonna load it into my Loklik cutting machine for it to cut it out. Okay, besties, so now that I've loaded my sticker sheets onto my cutting machine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here back to connect device. And another tip, if you guys do have a Loklik, whenever I'm cutting stickers, I don't use the Bluetooth connection. I use the USB connection because I find that it reads better and it cuts better than when I'm doing the Bluetooth connection. So it's already in print then cut, but if it wasn't, you just click print then cut and go ahead and do USB connection, and it's going to search for it and it's going to say connected right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and select all the shapes that I want to cut out. So I'm going to select. And down here, I go all the way down, I scroll down, and I usually use sublimation paper, 120 grams, but that for me, it doesn't matter because I end up having to go up on the force anyways. So in essence, you really could just use basic permanent adhesive vinyl if you wanted, because I end up going up on the force. So I go all the way up to 8.8. Don't ask me why I do 8.8. I could actually do 9. I'm going to try 9 because you guys will see later on, but I'm going to try 9, and then I'm going to do speed 8 because I want it to go really fast, because you guys, I have to do 5 passes when I'm cutting my stickers. I know it's crazy, but the sticker, like my Loklik, won't cut through it unless I do 5 passes. And that's why I say I'm going to go up to force 9, because even using force 8.8, it doesn't cut all the way through on all the corners. So I went up to 9. Let's see if this will cut all the way through. But my force is 9, my speed is 8, and the passes is 5. And this is on my Loklik machine. If you have another machine, don't be like worried about why your force isn't that high or why I do 5 passes. I don't know, maybe my machine just takes a little bit more, but that's just what I use. So next I'm going to go over to cut. There you have it. It is over here as a task, and it's waiting for me to go ahead and hit the start button so that we could go ahead and get it cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit start right here. So right now what it's doing is it's pretty much just reading the registration marks, and then once it's done, it's going to read the bottom one, and then it's going to start cutting. Okay, besties, so it cut it out perfectly, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the cutting mat. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but like they're still attached, so I usually have to go back in and try to pull them off. But that's what I mean. I don't know why my machine does not cut through. I don't know if I just need to change the blade on it, but this is what I mean. So I usually have to go through and carefully like tear it away from the sheets. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay, besties, so this is what they look like. I give you an up close. Better in the sun. So it says Jesus saves, and I just went through and I just slowly pulled them off. And this is just my process right now. I don't know if it's just the settings that I have on my Loklik, or it's just the Loklik machine. I don't know. I am thinking of maybe upgrading to a silhouette sometime in the future, but as of right now, this is how I make all of my stickers. Okay, besties, so that is how I make my stickers. Y'all, it felt so weird doing a sit down, but it wasn't really a sit down. But I don't know, this just felt weird. I haven't like done one of these videos in a while, like a tutorial type video in a while. So I hope it was clear, and I hope you guys understand my process. I know it can be a lot, but this is what I do for now until I can upgrade to a silhouette in the future. But alright, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and y'all know the drill. Please, please, please do not forget to give this video a like, comment something nice down below, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.